Hello, my name is Georgie Nagel, and for my CS124 class, I created Anchor. As you can see as we click through the walkthrough here, Anchor is a screen time limiting app, but the main way that it differs is that there is no way to go against it. So when I looked online and when I tried using screen time limiter apps, there was always some kind of way to disable them or click out of them. No matter how many passwords or timers or waiting you had to do, there was always a way to do it. And I always would instinctually do it. I really wanted to create this app because I feel like impulse control and time management and screen time is a very big problem for myself and for a lot of other people. So I really thought I could do a lot of good. Because even for people who want to change, it's very hard to break the habit of just mindlessly opening your phone and then all of a sudden you're in Snapchat or Instagram and you just lose yourself. But let's go into the actual app. So here's still our onboarding. Right, you have your edit limits tab, you're going to add your apps, it has some suggested ones based on how much screen time you have. You can edit your limit with plus and minus. A hard block would mean blocking the app for the time period. I guess it didn't explain exactly how it works. So you'll see here in a second that there's a lock period. Right, wait for it to show up, here we go. So during the lock period is the time when you cannot change your limits for any reason. It's not hard blocking every app, but you're locked into the screen time limit that you set for that period. During that time, you can't uninstall the app, you can't raise, but you can lower your time limits or anything like that. The animation is not perfect, I know, but, you know, it's a good start. So we'll see once it gets through, and then it'll take us through what it's actually going to look like in a second here. Alright, so it's going to try it out. So this is when you would run out of a timer. It shows you time's up, you've reached your daily limit. Another really big aspect that I wanted to add to the app was a tracker of the reasons to why you're making the commitment. I think it's very easy to set goals for things that you want to have done, but if you don't clearly define why you want to do those things, it's much easier to get lost. Progress tab is similar, kind of a reminder. It has a tracker. It shows you your daily usages before and after using Anchor to kind of track improvement. Anchor mode is just call it a mode where it locks your phone out to all the other apps except the ones that you pick. So if you want to have a really focused study session or something, your phone will be locked to those apps for that time. So now we're going to go through here and we're going to actually set some limits and see what it looks like on our phone. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick some apps that I typically use. We're going to try blocking a few just to show that as a demo. You can see you can toggle it with plus and minuses to whatever you think is appropriate for your limit. And I'm going to set the lock period as pretty short here so I can get myself out of it and keep working on the app. So once again, we have our animation, which is not the prettiest, but you know, we got some fish. Makes it kind of fun. We're going to go through and show you what exactly you see from the user side. So you have your lock period shown, you have your limits shown very plainly, and then the reasons and progress tabs open up. And you can edit them and collapse them, so it's a very minimalistic screen. I started off by having different windows, but I realized the goal was to be on your phone less, not more. So here, we can see that when we tried opening Snapchat, which was an app we set a limit for, but that we've already reached our limit, we got this time's up notification, and then we had one of our reasons that we saved flash up and show why. Now we're going to go ahead and do an app that we have a limiter on. It's horizontal, so it's much smaller, but it shows you your time left for the day. And then after 3 minutes in the app, it'll prompt the user again and say, you're still using the app, do you want to stay or move on? It'll also notify them at 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute, and then automatically kick them out at the end. Here we're setting up Anchor mode. So we enabled our home access, so it disables the buttons at the bottom. I added a search to add the apps because I feel like it was more cognizant. You have to actually think and type out which apps you want in this mode. Here I'm just kind of showing you how you can't end it unless you choose to. So you can't just tap out of it. You can't turn on your phone and turn it off again. And then you have to restore that home default setting that I was talking about. So again, major goal of my app is just to help people beat impulse control, which I feel like is a very big problem with phone usage today. It does that by completely committing a user to a lock period. During that lock period, you cannot delete, uninstall, or disable permissions of the app. But as soon as that lock period's up, you can of course do all of those things. We wouldn't want to create malware on someone's phone.